Before entering the lab, you should make sure any food and drink is put away. When you first walk in, you will see a fire extinguisher on your right. To the left is the first of two desks in place for wheelchair users. On the wall to the left of the door, there is an emergency power off button that cuts power to the lab, as well as hand sanitizer and the emergency door release that keeps the door open in case of emergencies. There are several workspaces in the lab. Each one is equipped with power supply, an oscilloscope, a signal generator, a computer, and a multimeter. It is your responsibility to leave the workspaces as you found them. On the right side of the lab are the drilling stations for the PCBs. You should always wear eye protection when using this equipment. The emergency stop buttons are located next to each drill. This point here is where you will find soldering equipment. The soldering irons should always be used with a mat to protect the benches. This area here is where you will find several colours of wire that you can use, as well as the large drilling station. Breadboards are located here next to the technician's office. This office is for the primary technician of the electronics lab. If you have any questions about the lab, they will be able to answer them. In this room, you will find the components for you to use in your circuits. They are kept in separate drawers, each of which is labelled for ease of use. On the back wall, you will find several wires. Shown here are the wires for the oscilloscope and signal generator, with a few connectors at the other end. Here there are a number of coloured wires with varying connections. The second desk for wheelchair users is also located here. The station next to the exit door contains another power off button, a second sanitisation point, and a second emergency door button. The second fire extinguisher is also located here. If you hear this sound, you should follow the evacuation route to your nearest evac point. Follow the way towards the stairs at the back of the building. If you are unable to exit the building, make your way to your nearest refuge point, which looks like this. Use the wall intercom to ask for assistance. The fire alarm button can be found in the stairwell. At the bottom of the stairs, exit through the fire doors and go to your nearest evac point. Remember, never eat or drink in the labs. At each end of the room near the doors there are two fire extinguishers, the emergency power off buttons, the sanitisation points, and the emergency door open buttons. If you use the drills, make sure to wear eye protection. Always use a mat when soldering to protect the benches.